I've gone through a terrible week from being gang stalked this past week. For at least 2 nights, I was threatened with death and false arrests repeatedly. I called the non emergency line and knew it was a gang stalker as the dispatcher when I felt immense fear from one tone of his voice. I have to live in fear for what reason? Because people want me to and force me to. I cannot call 911 out of fear and distrust after being organized stalked for a year now. My stepfather started this and could possibly end it with my mother, who is complicit too, but chooses not to help or even admit he placed a phone call where he fabricated allegations about me to some type of law enforcement who is stalking me to this day in the other room through the air conditioner, through advanced technology. So anyways, I sounded crazy there, but I'm not. Other targeted people know that. I had to turn Facebook Live on record the other night out of fear of being murdered in my apartment. Even earlier tonight, via Voice to Skull, my stalkers joked about a home invasion. I feel alone and abandoned by people, so I'm making this a video. Writing about it helps. Documenting corrupt police intimidating me helps. I made a blog talk show tonight with the same information that I'm reading off my computer right now. All I want is my freedom, and sometimes all I get is harassed and disrespected instead. The FBI mocked my suffering and hung up on me earlier this year when I had death threats my way, as I did tonight, once again, and this morning. My psychiatrist is in on it and told me if I have more crises or contact with police that he will either put me on a forced injectable medication or antipsychotic or hospitalize me again even more. I know it isn't hopeless, but sometimes it feels like I'm taking on the whole world. I'm a targeted person here in Madison, Wisconsin, who's no stranger to gang stalking on a mass scale. Many people have been involved in trying to ruin my life or at least make it a living hell. My neighbor Tanya Nickel down the hall, I need to remember her number and tell it, is a complete narcissist and psychopath. She, along with several officers locally, have been stalking me since last August, as I said. They're sadistic and dangerous criminals. I've called them domestic terrorists before, rightfully so. They have directed energy weapons they have used on me until I almost starved to death from being distracted and preoccupied when I was down to 155 pounds. I'm at like 210 right now, so that's quite the difference. With relocating after threats of rape and cannibalism, I was disorganized and institutionalized that same day when they induced a mental breakdown in me through mind control technology means. So basically, my family created the stalking. They refused to end it to this day. I'm under Chapter 51 in my city, which is a mental health commitment via court order. And I'm living in fear all the time because I'm forced to, and it's not my fault. So I'm going to sign off. I get stressed out, but I've still been making music at times when they let me or when I can. All praise to God. Thank you.